boy McNivo, and I'm back again with another video. Today we shall be talking to one of our sisters from Uganda. You know, before you travel from your home country, especially we Africans, before you travel from home to the UAE, you are not told exactly what is happening in here. You know, you come here and you get the shock. You come here and you see everything, you don't believe and you feel like, you know. So today we shall be talking to one of our sisters. She shall be sharing to us her experience for the experience that she has had ever since she traveled in UAE. With that said, let's go. From Uganda, my name is Agnes from Uganda. We shall be asking her a few questions, her experience in Dubai, everything that's as far as her traveling to Dubai is concerned, from Uganda, everything that what has happened to her and the things that she has been through. Okay. So my viewers out there, they would like to know a few things about you. First of all, when you were in Uganda, you're from Uganda, right?
Yes.
How long have you been in UAE?
3 years now.
3 years. When you were in Uganda, what were you doing before coming to the UAE?
Actually, when I finished my course, I joined a business shop back home, the wholesale shop. So I was working with the shop.
Okay. You're working in the shop. Then you decided to move to UAE. How did the idea come about? Did someone tell you, or did you do research on the internet or something like that?
Actually, it was a long process. Let me say, my boyfriend had taken me, so I decided to leave the country. I just prayed, but I didn't know the country I was in. So then one day my uncle told me, so I told my uncle I want to go to Rwanda because it's the nearest country. So my uncle told me, no, you can't go to Rwanda. What are you going to do there? For me, I had no friend there, but I just want to go there.
You wanted to go to Rwanda Kozik first. First of all, it's my first time hearing of that name. Rwanda Kozik is which country? It's an African country?
Yes, it's an African country. It's East African country.
It's close to Uganda?
Yes.
You have border with Rwanda Kozik?
Yes, because there are 5. There is Rwanda, there is Kenya, Burundi, Tanzania, then Uganda.
Are you talking about Rwanda?
Yes, Rwanda.
Then you call the name in a different way, so I didn't understand. Okay, yeah, I know Rwanda.
Yeah.
So, when your boyfriend told you about UAE?
No, my uncle.
Sorry, the person who initiated the idea of traveling to the UAE was your uncle, right?
Yes.
When he told you, by the way, that's your uncle, has he been to UAE before?
No.
He just heard that people are traveling to
there
UAE.
was my cousins, my siblings, who were in UAE.
Yes.
So, when my uncle told me, because I told my uncle that I want to go out from the country, but I didn't explain the reason why I want to go out from the country, because nobody knew. It was my own
decision.
Yes.
Okay, when he told you, did you do any research before traveling?
I didn't, because
Or you just heard, people just told you this is how it is, and then you just got that little information and decided to travel?
No, because when I was still working, I saw one lady from Dubai. Then she comes back home. She was wearing like, oh my God, and I was like, maybe this country
nice.
there is money.
Yeah,
Because the way that lady was spending money in everything, and I was like, really, even me, if I do that side, I will get money. So when my uncle told me, I was excited.
Wow, you said you are traveling to a place where life is going to be easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, after being convinced by this lady who came back flashy, these are things they do. They never tell you the truth. they came back, they behave as if before they come back, they do themselves, they all the stress here, they leave it aside. They fix their hair, they buy good dresses, nice shoes, but you will realize that when you come here, that is not the thing on ground.
Yes.
People don't even have time to wear those dresses, those
Yes.
shoes, to even do their hair. They don't even have that time, things like that. So you found a lot of difference.
Yeah.
First, before we get into the main idea of how you experienced Dubai, yeah, it was your first time to travel, right?
Yes, it was my first time to travel.
So, before you wanted to, when you got to the airport and you entered it was your first time to use the plane.
Yes.
How was your experience? How was your experience flying before takeoff, during takeoff, and while you were flying until you arrived? How was it?
Before takeoff,
Yes, before takeoff.
I was excited that I was going to go in plane.
Yes.
But the moment I enter inside that plane, I called my uncle that now I'm in the plane. So my uncle told me the hardest thing, because I loved my mom so much. So my uncle told me, now you're mature. I don't think that you will be like going to see your mom each and every time, because I had that habit of like, just from work I don't tell anybody at home, then I go
You want
to
go
my
and meet
mom.
your mom.
So
You are the baby mom.
so when I reached in the plane, my uncle told me that what it hurted me. I cried on that very day. So
But somehow you overcame it.
then I overcame it. So
When the plane was taking off,
when the plane was taking,
how did you feel?
so
Were you relaxed?
No,
You were not relaxed.
I sat down. I put on my seat belt. Like I feel like it's not enough. So I was like, is there anything can I put on the chest so that I be on the
So that you get acquainted, you get
because I was feeling like I will
you
fall
fall
down.
from the plane.
So, but
So when the plane was taking off, you felt like the plane was rather falling.
yeah.
So you needed some extra support.
So
But you didn't know it was flying actually.
I know I didn't, because you
It
know when
was-
it's
it was
going,
feeling-
at first it goes like normal movement like
Yes.
cars, but the time it's too off.
It took off.
That is
That was
the
when
worst time.
that was when your heart almost left.
That was my worst experience. That was my worst time now in the plane, because I feel like
You are
my
falling.
heart is going and I had nothing. Now I just
To
say,
glue
oh
on.
God, help me now. Then I saw like,
Okay.
why did I decided to use this thing?
Okay,
I
that kept
asked.
aside. Many people felt like that. Me myself, it was the same issue with me. I felt like the plane was falling, rather it was flying. It was not falling. So it's a normal. And I know most of you out there. I know that you people must have had such experience. You know your first time in the plane, you might think the plane is falling, but the plane is actually flying. So when you reach Dubai, how long did it take you to get a job?
Actually, it took 2 months. 2 months, but they lied me.
They lied to you. They told you that you were going to get a job.
They
just
told
within
me that
2
you
weeks or
will
something like
get
that.
a job in 2 days or 4 days. So when I came here, I slept. I
So
was
you
staying
relaxed.
with my siblings, so I was like, I will get a job. So by the time I started tamaking, that was my worst time.
At the time,
It was hot. There was thunderstorm, and it was new to me.
the weather and everything,
Yeah.
the climate,
And I was like,
and you were also very confused. I forgot to ask you. I was supposed to ask you this first. When you were coming, in your mind, did you imagine that you were going to come and have, because the situation over here, how we stay, many of us in a room.
Yeah.
Did you knew that you were going to live in that condition?
no.
You knew you were going to get a room for yourself, right? They were going to get you room.
No, I was thinking that they have their own room.
Yeah, that you were going to stay with them.
Yes.
Like just like maybe you were thinking like 2 or 3 of you.
Because there are 3, then me.
You came and we added 4. So
Yeah.
you knew that you were going to stay with them in their own room.
Yes.
But when you came, that was not the situation.
And I find bed bugs. That is the worst part.
You find bed
Imagine
bugs.
when I reached, I saw the bed and I was thinking about my bed at home. And I was like, what is this? I asked them, am I going to sleep here or no? They told me, yeah, you're supposed to sleep. Imagine on the top bed.
and you are climbing that area, maybe for your first time. You have been used to sleeping on a normal floor bed. But this time around, you find yourself like climbing to the stairs.
No, when I was home, I was getting good money. I had my room.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You have a
because
nice floor bed.
Yeah, very nice
You just
bed.
have to come and jump on it. But now you have to climb on it.
Climb up. And imagine the worst thing. There was 2 people down. That was my worst thing.
Okay, wait. When you said there were 2 people down, I know where you are going to.
No, I will not.
Okay, yes. There were 2 people down.
Then I was like, really?
Guys, you know, when those who have been to Dubai, they know exactly all this. They know what is happening in the
So
space.
I was so disappointed. I called my when I get it took long me to get a line because I spent like almost 1 week to get a line
Before you could get
to get a
number,
yeah.
a phone number.
So when I get
Why did they have to wait that long? To get a phone number is very easy. You just go to any shop and you present your passport and
it's very easy, but they collected all the money from me.
From you
Yeah.
when you arrived.
No, when I was still home.
Okay,
So
when you
I
were still
sent
home,
all the money to them.
that you were going to come here and
Yeah.
then they will give
Do
you some,
everything. So when I reached, it took long me to get a line, and I was like, why am I not using the phone? And later, my cousin sister, she told me, Agnes, let's go and get a line. My first thing to report it was the bed.
So you report to the bed. You report about the bed.
Yeah.
What did you tell her about the bed?
When I called because actually I called that my uncle, dad, because he's the brother to my dad.
Yes.
So I called my uncle and I said, Dad, this is unfair. You would have not told me to come this side when I'm going to sleep like
Sleep in this kind of condition,
in
like
this like a dog.
like they are in a boarding school.
Not leave alone the bed boarding school. Boarding school you are alone on the bed.
But
But
this time around you are alone and maybe in a room also. But this time around you were like packed up like sardine. And that was not even all. There was the terrible things that were going inside.
even by bed bugs.
Okay, let's come to this part of it. When we arrived Dubai, guys, whenever you are watching this video, those who are in Dubai, they know all these things. But for those that have not been to Dubai before, when you arrive Dubai, these are the things that you will meet. You feel when you are coming, you think you are coming to a room for yourself. But no, you are not coming to a room. The room is not for you alone. The room is actually, this room is actually, let me not use the word overcrowded. It seems like it is too bad. No, not that bad, but somehow you cannot stay in a room in Dubai alone because it's very expensive. You have to stay like 6 or 8 people, even 10 people in a room. We share the room, and because of the nature of the country, okay? So this is how it is. When you come to Dubai, that's what she's trying to explain here. And I want to ask you, there are some funny things that are happening in a room. These are things that every person must have experienced. You were on the up bed.
Yeah.
Okay, let me not use that pillow when you came. How has the life inside, because in Dubai they call it bed space.
Yeah.
How has the life in bed space been like? How has your experience been like? How do people cope, especially like people who have their boyfriends and their girlfriends and things like that? How do they cope, and how did you keep up and function with things like that?
Actually, in that room we had only one couple, and they were my siblings. One was my cousin sister. So, because my cousin sister She came from Uganda when she was married. When she came here, she got a boyfriend. Then I find them together.
Okay, they were living together.
Yes.
You know, for a man and a woman to live together on the same bed,
Yeah.
there are some things that must happen, right?
Yeah.
So, where they were living, they were living on the lower deck, right?
Yeah.
And you were up.
Yeah.
As a couple that they were living, normally they will need to have fun once in a while.
Yeah.
And your part, how did you cope with that? Being given the fact that you were new in Dubai, did you find that embarrassing, like, or did you see it to be normal when you just arrived?
Actually, it was not these normal deckers. They made that single bed, but they put deck on top. You know those beds?
Oh, yeah, I know. But
So
like
it's
they are
not
connected.
attached.
Yeah, not attached. It's like you are free.
Yeah.
But you are free from the maybe the attachment, but you are not free from the sound.
Then the second cousin sister told them, don't do anything when she's in the house.
So for some time they give you some respect.
Because they knew that,
That you are
I
new,
will. No.
and then
They knew that I will tell my uncle. Because we were living like in the same
It doesn't mean
house. No.
it was you that you were
Yes,
thinking like that. But
yes,
it is a life.
but
in
my cousin sister told them that she will report us.
And then
And when they knew at home,
mhm.
they will come for you guys. Like, cause my uncle was like, he was rich, he had money.
Yeah, but
Like-
when you get here,
Yes.
it's a
but
different life.
he was like, no, don't do anything, but don't do anything when she's around.
Okay,
She
that
will-
was when you just came.
Yeah.
But for these 3 years that you have been here,
no,
you
no.
have lived in different places, right?
Yeah.
And then things like that has been happening, and you cannot control them since it is the life here. In that case,
Actually,
how did you cope with it?
No. I have been in accommodation most of my time.
Okay, most of your time.
Cause
In company accommodation.
yes, in company
where ladies are
accommodation.
separated from
Yes.
gents. Okay.
So I had private.
Things like that were not happening. That one I
Yeah.
understand.
We
But
had privacy.
I'm not talking about
But
accommodation.
in my previous accommodation, we were free. Like a man can come.
Can visit you people.
Yeah. So
So things like that usually happen also.
of course it happens, but in the other room,
You are like
you know.
trying to escape from my question. No? I can see, but
I
you have to answer
can't
this question. It's because I know you have experienced it 3 years plus. It's not 3 days.
Yes, I
I
am.
myself, I have lived in company accommodation before finally moving, change company and get to this. So, in this period where you were in a joint accommodation, where there is mixed sex, when some couples, they are, maybe you are sleeping up or by the side, and they start to do their normal thing that a couple should do. How did you feel? Did you feel like you should move out, or did you feel? Me, I have to be sincere with you. When my wife was not here, when they start to disturb like that, I just go outside and start using my mobile because it was distracting me. It was making me feel like, as a man, you need things like that gets you aroused. Okay, so but my best way of doing it was just that when things like that starts to happen around me, since I was alone, and I know that I would feel like needing someone around me, I just take my mobile and I go and look for a seat outside and sit for a couple of minutes, like 30 minutes or so. When I know that by this time I come back, they must have finished, I can sleep in peace. So in your case, when you start to experience things like that, what do you do? Do you manage to sleep and let it finish? Or did you go out, like in my case, I run away because I should probably run away. Did you just cope with it? These are the things happening in Dubai. It's
made
life.
things worse. The moment I came out from the accommodation, I experienced something which I will never forget.
Yes.
I was sleeping on down decker.
Okay, on the lower deck.
Then the
Some
upper.
couple were up. Yes, that's what I want to hear. How did you manage
But
to?
then, that guy brought a lady. He brought a lady. Imagine I was going to work the following day.
Yes, and they,
But I think
you didn't
they
sleep.
started at around 12. I didn't sleep the whole night. From 12
It's like
till
the
was early in the morning. I was supposed to go at around 5.
5 o'clock.
Yes.
So
So-
the whole night.
I went outside. I came back when the things are still going on, and I was like, the bed is shaking, and I was like, what is going on? The whole room, the entire room wakes up on that very day because the bed was shaking.
Okay, guys, this is life in Dubai. Okay, I was talking to my sister here from Uganda, Agnes. We are trying to share with you people the things that are happening in UAE.
No, but
UAE.
wait. When you're coming to Dubai, when you reach at the airport, that is the very good thing.
Yeah, you see
That
a
is
different
the
environment. You see how the
very
place.
good thing.
Yeah, you see.
You see, when the plane is going down, you feel
Oh,
like,
you feel
oh
like
my
you
God,
are coming to a
where
different
am I
world.
going? I want to see that country.
Especially when you step out, especially when you come out and you get the
Yeah.
taxi, you
You
must
feel
feel
like,
like, oh, you are in a different.
Yeah.
But when you get to where you have to stay,
Hey.
that's when you know that you have come to the real jungle.
That is the worst part.
Okay, Dubai life, that's it for now. Until we see again, don't forget to like, share this video and subscribe. I have been Macnigo, your host, and Agnes. Until next time.
First I give you my love, tell me no be so. Now I give you my heart, you break it. Here want me no be so. The way you do me, girl, I cannot lie. True love no the lie. I can see it in your eyes.